Petscop 14 was released July 17th, 2018. It's 27 minutes long, one of the longer videos. So there was a change here. So, what changed between 11th of March, between Petscop 13 and Petscop 14? June 27th, update 27th. Paul is okay, his work is bearing fruit, and there will be a public compilation video of his attempts, in quotations. He appreciates that people care about him so much. This edition was subsequently removed on July 17th, 2018, after Petscop 14 came out. In Petscop 14, Paul mentions both family and the public, wow, spoilers, YouTube channel. It's currently unclear whether or not those are the same. It's possible that one of them is fictional and only exists in story. So again, the red text is speculation by the document itself, or the people that wrote this document, and the black text is fact, right? The update was 27th of June. Paul is okay, his work is bearing fruit, and there will be a public compilation video of his attempts. He appreciates that people care about him so much. So that was probably because between the 13th video and the 14th video, there was a big gap again, right? And people started to think something happened to Paul. And maybe they wrote something in to like calm the people down and show us that they're working on something, and then that a video is gonna drop soon. Petscop 14, demo state with a green background. We don't know where we are. So, let's go, Petscop 14. This windmill vanished off the face of the earth. Here's a similar puzzle for you, Marvin. There are two pictures of a door. In the first picture, the door is closed. In the second picture, taken later, the door is open. Nobody opened the door. The door did not open itself. The door, in fact, did not open at all. What happened? So just the scene, what we see here, we have probably a bedroom with the windmill as a little figurine. The beds are both double beds, but they're separate. But we know what we see, at least they're two beds and they're separated. I can't really tell what's on this stand here, on this bedside table. But this window looks really similar to the window in the green house or the black house. And just to mention, I'm gonna turn on the subtitles because Tony has gone back and put subtitles on every video as far as I saw it. So that's gonna be a cool addition for us to have the subtitles on. And here Paul says, it's okay, let's continue. Is he trying to push the beds together? Cut.
I can't just wait. Thankfully, I have been suddenly inspired by an idea that is, in a way, similar to the idea that brought me to this house. because that idea involved pretending something was there that wasn't there. And this idea involves pretending that this door, right here, this one, is open rather than closed.
There was a switch between the demo and his original playthrough, right?
And this idea involves pretending that this door, right here, this one, is open rather than closed. You can see that it's closed. But what I'm going to do, and what I invite you to do as well, is I'm going to picture in my head that
the you is this possibly his friend he's talking to?
this door is actually open right now. And if I were to pass through this doorway, what would happen? Would I bump into a door? No, because the door is open, right? I would just keep going into the room that's there. And I happen to know I'm going to walk into the room right now. I'm in the room. I happen to know what this room...
So we know now where this room was in the beginning of the demo, or in the beginning of the video. The bedroom with the 2 beds. The bedside table is gone. We have some pieces here now and a sensor box.
room looks like because I saw it in a demo recording just today. And you can see it too. I assume it will be up on the family YouTube along with this video that I'm recording right now.
And here is the mention of the family YouTube. Interesting. So Paul watches the demos as well. It's probably the demo we saw here, right?
We can see what the room looks like in that recording. On the right side.
So, and here again, he's what he shows us is that he has a hard time with left and right. Okay, so when in an earlier video he talked about righty tighty, lefty loosey. Now he goes on and he solidifies that we know he has a hard time with it. Okay, so he's probably talking to his friend right now.
There's a windmill. I don't have it in front of me right now. I should. On the right side there's a windmill. On the left side there is something that Marvin does not bother to look at, but we will be looking at.
Okay, so he confirmed that the demo was played by Marvin, I guess.
So the question is, what do I do next? If I were in this room right now, would I want to go to the thing that Marvin didn't look at. So I'm going to go to the right, and I think, so if I go to the right, God, I think I went a little too far, actually. No. Well, I think actually what happens here, the problem is that it's a kind of a branching point. I could stop, I could be blocked by the beds, or I could keep going past the bed to the other side of the room. So I could actually be on either side of the room right now. But either way, I guess it doesn't matter. But I'm going to assume I'm on the thing that I got blocked by the beds, and if I go up, just keep going up, there will be a question mark that appears that will let me go and do something.
So apparently Paul, with his inputs, he can change the demo. We know the game records your button inputs. So he takes the button inputs, or the game itself takes the button inputs and puts it in this demo state where the door is open. And in the demo state, the door is open. It walked inside and with Paul's movement walked to this bedside table that we didn't look at before. But this bedside, or this bedroom, is now changed, right? Because the windmill is different. So it's not the same demo.
If I press X, something will happen. And
okay,
what will happen? I think possibly a text box will open, because that's what happens with the windmill, right? I'm gonna press X, and
that's some picture frames with CD images inside, right? Viewed from different angles, and the bottom left one is highlighted.
And a text box appeared. with text in it that is probably cryptic, and we don't really care too much about, so we're going to press X a bunch of times to get through all the text.
Okay.
But we can look at it later.
So Paul thinks a text box came up. He doesn't see this, right? He just plays he's in front of the bathroom right now, not in this room. So he doesn't see this. What happens?
And there could be a lot of it, so could be like a book in there, a lot of stuff I don't care about. A lot of it. Or it's not a text box, and it could be literally anything else in the world that happens when you press X. So the next thing I can think to do is just press buttons randomly and chaotically, and hopefully we'll see some results. So I'm doing that right now. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm being real chaotic right now with the controller.
Calm down, Paul.
And I'm thinking, I'm being really productive right now.
He's in the bathroom, okay.
I think I'm definitely being really productive.
So, he just picks different picture frames here. But they seem to be the same picture, just in different angles. And on the bedside table, it seems like these picture stands are lined up right here.
It's just that we can't really see it. Cat, what are you doing? Stupid.
All as a cat. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Thank you, subtitles. Wow. Paul hums Care's melody. What? So, I'm gonna write CC for subtitles. Paul hums Care's melody. So interesting.
I'm playing this game too fucking much.
Damn, Tony went and did it all, man. That's so nice. I'm gonna go over this in the conclusion. I want to know what Care's melody is. Did that appear before?
Okay.
Cut. So he probably made a recording, right? Cut, and now he's gonna watch the demo.
And so the windmill isn't there. I think I can. So I get blocked by I do get blocked by the beds. And I go up. I think. Oh God, I could be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this while I'm talking. So, anyway, where was I? So I've actually seen recordings that it made of me from a year ago. And I had not seen that, recording in the time between.
Let me just check something. So up until, I guess, Petscop 10.
So it was holding on to this thing, and it only decided a year later to play back. There are also recordings that I assume are stored on the CD or might even be scripted. But in one.
Is it possible that a PlayStation 1 CD could write something onto the CD? If somebody knows that, let me know. I'm not sure. Maybe I can look it up for the next video.
One of the recent videos, this was one that went on the public YouTube.
And here's the mention of public YouTube, right? Compared to the family YouTube. So there are two different YouTube channels.
I lost the video. I lost it. I had the audio. The game had the recording. Even there were two parts to this session. It had both of them. It played them back 2 different occasions as demo recordings. I got them, but okay, so here's the thing. Those demo recordings can be different, right? They can be different from when I was playing. So when I caught all those pets and it showed the text, that was different from what it showed when I was playing. It showed something. It happened to line up right perfectly, same number of text boxes and so forth, and also the music wasn't there in the demo. There can be differences, and this
Interesting.
was part of what made it seem reasonable that the door could be open. I'm not saying it wasn't still nuts, so I'm going to do this now. So, right, so I'm assuming that triangle is back, but it could be square or circle. I'm going to just do all of them. Okay. And I think I can rotate these.
Different sound. And the highlight was more of bluish than white.
Okay. So, I mean, I could have gone just totally off the rails by this point. I could be anywhere.
Cut.
So, attempt 5 was this room over here. And now, attempt 6, we're going to try to push the bucket into the other room, going back to this room now.
So apparently he tried the room back here, but he didn't show us.
Again, gotta make sure this is aligned exactly right. This. Okay. So now this way. And I'm just going to leave it there and see what happens.
What is he trying to do? So now we see the demo.
This is attempt 22. And I think that's right. Right, now we don't have to worry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Okay. What just happened? So it's a paint bucket then, because a paint roller came up, but the bucket seemingly teleported into this corner. And it's painting. And okay, interesting. Got a key.
Hopefully we got it.
Let me just check something real quick. So he painted. We're on 11:55. This half of the room is already painted when he shows us the room first. But in the beginning of the video, this room is still green, right? And afterwards it gets painted to this half painted state right here. So is this a later date? Also the background here is different, right? Before it was this neon green and now it's black. So maybe the first demo we saw in this video was when the house also was still green and now it's black, and this background indicates that, right? Maybe. And so he tries to bring the paint bucket to the other side to paint over this wall, and this sensor box it's most likely something that is on the wall. I want to check what's the last censored object they were talking about. Here we have Petscop 7. We had to cover something with black boxes. We saw the present, and we saw something written on a chalkboard when he talked to the tool. And now we have something on a wall in a black house. This is the last thing they told us they're gonna censor, right? Right here.
Okay, hopefully we got it. Alright, now we're on the scary part.
Oh boy.
1, 2. Now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And the key unlocks the door into again the angelic music. This music came up when you went into the present at the birthday party, right? That brought you back to the grassy plain. I like the subtitles. Oh, interesting. The Garalina logo is a different angle now. Did the music stop before?
Here I am.
Strange situation. And the other two are empty. 294 pieces, I guess.
It deleted my files.
Okay.
I hope it didn't.
What is happening? Loading screen with the grassy plain. And he's on the road.
Okay, what's this?
Okay, so the scene, we see Care A, most likely, right? The cake with balloons on top of it and some arrows pointing forward. So is this like a signalization that there's a birthday party for Care happening? The greenhouse. Interesting. You made it. Happy birthday. And now we have symbol back there. I have to check where this is coming. Also in the even care plane. It's a different birthday party to the birthday party we saw before. We have the gifts again, like in Christmas, in the Christmas state of the house, with balloons and a single piece of the cake right here. You made it. Happy birthday. Why are you covering your face? And again, the text is blue, so probably wife.
What's that supposed to mean?
And Paul has a hair and a balloon. Of course I recognize you. Those eyes, that nose, that's still you, without the eyebrows. Okay. And at the bottom of this piece of cake, we see drawings of the tool. I think that's the same as in the tools room as well. Go ahead and have a slice. Oh, don't worry about those. About the drawings, maybe? 2 calendars? Interesting. Green one again. November 12th. Okay, so Care's birthday, I guess. I'm gonna switch back and forth between. This is Petscop 11, right? And here we have Petscop 14. Same calendar. But it's 12th of November, right? Her birthday, I guess. So 1997, right? These seem the same. Kidnapped on June 5th. And apparently on November 11th, she was free again? Because it's not green, right? I sure hope you've realized by now. It doesn't matter how long you've been gone, it doesn't matter how much you've changed. So something changed about her face, right? The eyebrows, probably. That's why she's covering her face. You aren't lost. Stop wandering and come home. Interesting. The word lost came up when the demo state played the needless piano, right? She tripped and fell and is lost. Okay, new calendar. November 12th, again the birthday. What year is this? No green marks. I want to know what year is it. Let's just check if it's a leap year. Nope, 28 days on February. So in 2017, February 28th was a Tuesday. Interesting. And November 12th has to be, right? Was a Sunday. So is this 2017 then? But this seems like the year 2017.
Check something.
I probably checks the same thing as I just did.
So what I'm thinking is that this is either 1995
That could, okay.
or it's 2017. Getting that bad feeling again.
I love these subtitles, man. So nice. I have to watch everything again. There was a thump. Sorry. I have to go back now. I'm smiling so hard. He loses the balloon. So we're in the room. Care, are you okay? And the whole room is painted black now. He ran straight into the door. Did you think it was open? Oh, poor baby. Okay. The CDs are gone. The whole room is dark. A windmill. Bucket, nothing. Still. Okay. Sensor boxes now. Same picture frames though. They're not on the table, right? Where is the disc? Where are the discovery pages? Is this Care now? Care is yellow, right? Eerie music. What are you talking about? What disc? Discovery pages? Chill. Stop fucking ignoring me. Get in here and show me where that disc is. Chill. Is Chill the wife? She's talking to the wife, right? Chill. No, Care. This is mommy. Okay. This is your mommy, sweetie. No, Chill isn't the wife then. Sweetie, I'm right here in front of you. There's no one else here. What are you looking at? What's over there? Is she still in the living room? Because the door was closed, right? She isn't in this bedroom. Care, can't you hear me? Can't you see me waving? Snap out of it. Care, where are you going? Cut.
I think... I think that was based off of a conversation that I had last year on my birthday.
Okay. So link again between real life and the game. But Paul now. And last year. So in 2017. But that's Paul's guess, right?
If it wasn't just a coincidence, then that means I'm getting pranked.
You
But I
just got
don't
pranked.
know how that magic trick works exactly.
Okay, the game froze. Or locked.
Game froze.
Still hear the footsteps though.
I have to call Jill.
Interesting.
Trapped. I am feeling very weird. So through Google, I asked the internet,
Through Google.
how might one rewrite to a CDR?
Yeah, that's
And
what
the
I asked.
internet's response to that question was, "You idiot.
Can't.
You fucking idiot. What are you doing?"
So he's back again. The game didn't save any progress,
Some
I
things
guess.
you can't rewrite.
He went into the other door. What is happening?
Fucking idiot.
The door is
What are you
closed.
doing? Some things you
Or is it
can't
open?
rewrite.
This picture, by the way, is, I think, the wavy, and I ran this room with the dirt. This is the bottom side, and the dirt of this room expands really deep. So we see the underside of this room. Okay, what? So now we see what's in the other door. Looks like a computer, chair. Can't really make out what this is.
So I'm in the garage now.
Okay. Tarnakop. Okay, this is a link to. Let me just 1 second. 1 second. I have to check something. Tony released some Tarnakop pictures, right? So right now I'm on Tony's Twitter page, the creator of Petscop, and he tweeted after he announced himself as the creator. He tweeted Tarnakop Robot 2007. First of all, the name Tarnakop, right? And this symbol here is the same as this one, right? Or really similar. These two lines aren't angled. Or maybe that's not possible. This pixel art. I'm not sure what's said here, but it's an old. Seems like Windows Explorer, maybe. With a looks like a picture of Petscop in the care plane, right? Maybe I know what this is. Let's just continue here.
Oh. Speaking of this,
This looks really similar to a Garolina logo, but it's a tool.
this is the website.
Yeah, that's what I thought about from the note.
For some reason, it's in the game on a computer screen.
What?
But yeah, this is it. And this is the Your Child page. Judging by all the text. Wish I could read it.
Not sure what he means with your child.
Oh. Jesus. And this is a different page. Got no idea what's going on anymore.
Me neither.
Even is this?
Park bench. Player avatar.
So what I'm doing now?
The room to care is locked, by the way, or closed. Didn't notice this before. The bathroom as well.
Doing this again.
Bump again. Text box.
Fuck.
Okay. That's the end of Petscop 14. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Wow. That's a interesting video right there. Conclusion of Petscop 14. We start in the demo state. The demo state shows us the bedroom, but in a different state than it appears afterwards, right? The whole bedroom is green with a green background. The pictures are here, but here's a windmill, right? Not the censored object that is there afterwards. The windmill vanished off the face of the earth, we know that, right? In the notes in a child library. This note is written to Marvin. Does this mean the demo? Is this now Marvin's demo? Is Marvin playing this demo? Are these his inputs, right? And here's a similar puzzle to the vanishing of the windmill. The vanishing of the windmill was like, it's magic, right? It's not, or is it a puzzle? Is it something that really happened and you can solve it? Again, the windmill, there were 2 pictures taken with a girl in front of it. The door in fact did not open at all, so did the girl and the windmill as well not vanish at all? What happened? It seems like Reiner is like guilt-tripping Marvin. Reiner knows that Marvin was there, right? He put the note in the child library as well because he made the game. And he asks him now a similar puzzle to the windmill because Marvin knew what happened. And Marvin just walks into the beds. Is he trying to put the beds, push them back together? And the beds are blue and green, right? But they're separate. Like this is the house of the wife because we see the blue text. And probably Marvin, right? There's a blue and a green bed, but they're separate. And we made the theory that they divorced and he kidnapped Care afterwards. Wasn't allowed in the room, but he had access to her on every weekend. And here in this state of the house, where Marvin was, he tries maybe to, like symbolically, push the beds back together. So we cut to Paul.
Thankfully, I have been suddenly inspired by an idea that is, in a way, similar to the idea that brought me to this house.
So the similar idea, I think he talks about this one. He saw demos that played in different states of the game. Some demos even played after his button inputs, and he makes the connection that when he plays the game, demo afterwards plays his, or maybe he has like a technique to get a demo to play his button inputs. So in a demo, this door is open and he can just walk inside. But this is a demo state, right? This is not his game. In his game, he's still in the living room. With the demo state, he can walk into this house, and from the green calendar here, we can say this is 1997. The 2 beds are still there. They're still separate. but the windmill is gone. And we have a sensor box on the wall. He tries a really long time. He doesn't know what to do in the first few attempts. He looks at the one bedside table with picture frames with CDs in it, the same picture frame, I guess, in different angles. And the middle picture frame has a different sound than the other ones. You can spin the picture frames when you look at them, but nothing seems to happen with them, right? Gets the idea to push the bucket inside the room next to the censored object. We don't know what it is for now. But when he achieves this, he can paint over the green wall with the black paint in the bucket, and the censored object disappears. And he gets a key. The key for the garage. And in the garage, again, this music that plays, that we made the theory that it's like a rebirth, right? You get away from the child library. And the first time this appears. So it seems like the demo can't load the garage, maybe? Or nothing happens. And the game loads from the beginning again. The Garalina logo is twisted. Both the G and the Garalina logo itself. And the game deleted Paul's files. And this file name isn't Paul anymore, it's Strange Situation. Not sure what to make out of this. But the other two saves he made are gone. His backup is gone, and the second file he made where he tested some things is gone as well. And Strange Situation has no panic save attached to it. When he loads the Strange Situation file, it comes up onto the road again in front of the black house. And there's signalization that in this house there is a birthday party for Care. The mother talks to Care, and Care is covering her face. There's a dialogue about her eyebrows, the lack of her eyebrows, and maybe she's covering her face because she thinks she's so distorted because of this that her mother doesn't even recognize her. There are 5 candles on top of the cake, which may be an indication that Care turns 5. You have 2 calendars again, one from 1997 and one from 1995 or possibly 2017. And it's Wednesday, 12th of November. Care's birthday, I guess. In an earlier video, there was mentioned that the girl was kidnapped from June 5th, I think, to November 10th. So she got free on November 11th, and now on November 12th, on her birthday, she went back to her house. So for one day, maybe she was just walking around. You aren't lost, stop wandering and come home. I think You Aren't Lost is a connection to when the demo was in the school playing the needless piano. Arvin tells the player when they play wrong, she tripped and fell and now she's lost. So maybe this was a connection to Care. So the baby becomes Melody when you play the music right, but when you play the music wrong, she's lost. Stop wandering and come home. Then we have the red calendar, which again, it could be 2017 or 1995, right? Paul even looks it up himself. What would be the significance of 1995? Why would there be a calendar of 1995? First glance, I see no weird markings, like on Friday. There was a Friday the 13th, by the way. Just saw it. In an earlier video, there was a Friday the 13th that had a marking on it, right? Here on January, we have Friday the 13th with no markings. So the markings probably don't indicate a Friday the 13th. What was the significance of this marking then? And then Care walks into the door. The mother sees the door. But we as Paul can walk into the room now. Right, the door is open. Where's the disc? Where are the discovery pages? What are you talking about? The mother doesn't know what happened. And Jill, stop fucking ignoring me. Get in here and show me where that disc is. Afterwards, Paul says that's a conversation he had on his birthday. A link between Care and Paul. And apparently Paul knows Jill. He tries to call her afterwards. Then what are they looking at? What's over there? Text box could be like Care thinks she's in this room, right? But maybe she's in the living room and just looks at the wall and not at this picture frames of the CD.
I think that was based off of a conversation that I had last year on my birthday.
So on his birthday, he asked Jill where the disc was? Discovery pages? Or Petscop maybe? That could be a possibility.
If it wasn't just a coincidence, then that means I'm
Getting pranked.
getting pranked. But I don't know how that magic trick works exactly.
And the game crashes.
Game froze. I have to call Jill now.
He had a conversation then with Jill, or a similar conversation. So similar that he thinks about it when he read the text box. He knows a Jill, and it's in the game. As far as I know, you can't write on a PS1 game. That's why you have to get a memory card, right? Or else you could save it on the discs. I think that isn't a possibility, right? They're not rewritable. And the game was published in 1997 apparently. They received the game in 1997 as well, and in 2000. There isn't a possibility that someone wrote in this line of text afterward, right? He walks into the other door that is open now, which was opened in the demo with the key he got from painting over the wall black. And he ends up in the garage. On the computer screen, we see the website. This is probably the website which was mentioned on the note in Petscop 1. Just can mention the Tarnakop and the symbol on the PC. I'm not sure if this would have, when someone searched for this, for Tarnakop, if that would have led us to press yes on Twitter. So we have a picture of Petscop, the first room, a picture of the white tool, very similar to the Garalina logo.
This is the website. For some reason, it's in the game on a computer screen.
Some screenshots of the game.
But yeah, this is it. And this is the Your Child page.
And I'm not
Judging by
sure.
all the text.
I'm not sure
Wish
what
I
he
could read
means
it.
by that. What's the Your Child page?
Oh. Jesus. And this is a different page. I have no idea what's going on anymore. What even is this?
This looks similar to the park bench in front of the school, right? So where Marvin is in front of this park bench. And there's a weird shadow here. If this is the garage door, right? There's no lights except for the... There's no light source except for the PC. Or as far as we see it, right? So what's this? What's throwing this shadow right here?
Doing this again.
And the text box comes up, but
Fuck.
yeah. Game
Doing this again.
freeze on this text box. I think it's just as a last thought, it's interesting that these two beds are still here, right? Both beds are right here. Blue and the green one. So the wife's bed and bed of Marvin are still here. I think that's all for conclusion of Petscop 14.